Hello everybody. Information and analytical service is in touch WRBY.Markets. Thank you very much for helping us. All forms of assistance can be found in the description. Now we will look at the main indicators of the corporation Warby Parker Inc., ticker WRBY. This review is based on data as of July 29, 2024. By classification WRBY.Markets company Warby Parker Inc. belongs to the subcategory Clothes. 90 companies take part in the comparison and this is very representative. We start with summary data for the company. A little further we will look at each parameter in more detail. If you want, you can put a stop. You can look at each parameter of the corporation under study more carefully. Access to the table with the structure of company tickers is absolutely free and free. Please provide a link to the company analysis to your friends. Market capitalization of the company Warby Parker Inc. is $1.96 billion. With a market capitalization of the subcategory of $547 billion. Warby Parker Inc. has a share of 0.359% and is one of the very small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $0.26 billion. And the balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory is $98 billion. Warby Parker Inc. constitutes a share of 0.26%. By comparing the shares of market and book value, we can see the following. Share Warby Parker Inc. in a subcategory in case of market value assessment is 0.359%. The balance sheet capitalization is 0.26%. This is 28% less than the share of the exchange value. Assessment of the company's share of market and balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Final company assessment Warby Parker Inc. will be demonstrated at the end of the review. Please watch the analysis to the end. The organization's financial liabilities amount to $0.146 billion. Financial liabilities to balance sheet capitalization amount to 56.2% of capital. Result on the company's debts, tolerable, 0 points. The ratio of a company's market value to its profit is 0. With an average for the subcategory of 23.8, which is much worse than the average for the subcategory. Assessment of market price to earnings ratios in comparison with subcategory companies. Very bad, -2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was -$55 million. Future earnings for the next 12 months are unknown. This is bad for the company. An assessment of the projected future profit indicator in comparison with in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. The company's value to revenue ratio is 2.8. The subcategory average is 1.4, which is 100% higher than the subcategory average. Evaluation of the market value to revenue indicator in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $700 million. Forward revenue for the next 12 months is unknown. And this is bad for the company's prospects. Assess projected future sales performance against subcategory performance. Bad, -1 point. If you are interested in our analytics, then in this case, I kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell. Thank you so much for your valuable subscription. The margin is -7.9%, with an average in the subcategory of 5.8%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 13.7%. Assessment of sales profitability in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 0.203%, which is 77% less than the share of market capitalization. This reflects an imbalance in the company's current market value. Warby Parker Inc., probably towards revaluation. The amount of capital per employee of the organization is equal to $562,000. And in the subcategory there are $318,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 76.7%. Estimation of the company's capital volume per employee in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Tolerable, 0 points. The company's profit per employee is $0,000. Average in the subcategory, $13,300. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 100%. Estimation of profit per company employee in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Tolerable, -0.5 points. The sales volume per individual employee of the company is $200,000. In the subcategory there are $231,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 16%. Estimation of revenue per individual employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. Shares short are 12.7%, with the subcategory average being 8.5%. This is a short squeeze risk indicator. Technical indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 55% for the company Warby Parker Inc. For the subcategory, the RSI level, 14, is approximately 52%. On average, securities of the subcategory are valued the same as the company's shares. Warby Parker Inc. Comparing the movement of the company's stock price Warby Parker Inc. and subcategory shares. We can see that over the last 12 months the company's shares Warby Parker Inc. showed a dynamics of 11.7%. Against price dynamics in the subcategory of 7.4%. This doesn't say anything definitively, but you need to take note of this fact. Before announcing the total score, I beg you. Make a valuation of company shares Warby Parker Inc. in the comments to this review. We look at every comment and try to answer almost everyone. Result: -5.5 out of 10 points. Average result for the subcategory, 1.3 points. If you look broadly, within the entire market in total, we will see that the average score for the stock market in the aggregate is 0.3 points. Against the score of -5.5 points from Warby Parker Inc. Let's look at the order table, which is available. The link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all publicly made decisions by the stock valuation information and reference System.GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is free and free, link in pinned comment. As a result of securities analysis Warby Parker Inc. WRBY. Open a deal for a reason. Warby Parker Inc. the most overvalued company in the subcategory. Thank you all for watching to the end and for using the information and reference System.GURU.Markets. You really are the coolest audience on the entire planet.